Many people have become agnostics because of the supposed conflict between the Bible and science. In truth, there is no conflict at all between a correct translation of the Bible and really proven science, not just unproved theories. One of these supposed conflicts is between the fact that science knows that human beings have lived on the earth far longer than the few thousand years covered by the Bible, and the common belief that the Bible says that Adam was the first man. But the truth is that the Bible nowhere says that Adam was the first man. Yes, I know that most of the preachers say that, but the Bible does not say it. It merely says that Adam was the first man of a new white race. It merely says that Adam was the first man of a new white race. It merely says that Adam was the first man of a new white race.
Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back. Beloved, it is indeed your brother Big VJ checking in. Family, I just want to hop on real quick to say thank you. We appreciate your support. We see all the likes and the shares and the subs. And I just want to hop on real quick to say we thank everybody for their supporting the platform, because as you know, the comments are the engine and the fuel to the machine. We read those comments and we are loving the discussions. We thank you guys for sharing your insights. We thank you guys for your feedback, because that encourages us to keep going. You dig what I'm saying? So I just wanted to hop on real quick to say thank you for being such a supportive community. We haven't made any podcasts in a while. We are going through a learning curve though, beloved, right? Because check this out. We got a lot going on. I just want to hop on real quick to talk about what's the holdup with us making podcasts, right? Okay, number one is this. It's taken us a little bit longer than we expected to learn how to work this AI. You know what I mean? Because AI is like, learning AI about how to create characters and voices so you can make flyers and posters and social media graphics and videos in minutes. It takes a little while to learn that. That's one of our holdups. Like, we appreciate your patience, but that's one of our holdups is learning AI. Maybe like 2 weeks ago, we dropped one of our first AI videos on Spotify, in which we are talking about the history of the Jesus piece, right? Okay, on Instagram, we dropped our first AI video where we see, the typical religious Negro. He dies, he wakes up, and he's in the place that he wanted to be all his life, beloved. He's in Jew heaven, right? So that one we put on Instagram. Learning AI is it's a little pricey, because the way they got it set up, you have to get minutes, you have to get credits, and as you are learning how to navigate through the AI studio, you're paying as you go. So, okay, we're trying to figure the AI thing out. That's number one. You dig? Number two is this. On our YouTube channel, we have 2 strikes, right? And we have a lot of content over there. So what we're trying to do is go from Real Black Conscious Forum Podcast channel on YouTube and open up a new channel, Big VJ's Podcast, and kind of move the content from one channel over to the other. But while we're doing that, we don't want to make anything new, right? We're just going to sit out and wait. I think one of the strikes fall off somewhere around March 23rd to 25th, somewhere around there. One of the strikes fall off, okay? Then the other strike fall off in April. So once this one, after, I want to say like a week and a half, something like that, once it fall off, then we can get back to just regularly making content. We don't have to worry about the channel going away. But until then, we got a new channel we're going to start. And again, that's called Big VJ's Podcast. That's going to be on YouTube, right? For those that like to hear the audio and look at the visuals, right? Okay. That's number 2. Number 3, we also are learning how to create pamphlets and booklets to go along with the podcast. Okay, so one of the first pamphlets or booklets that we produced is Operation Black Meat. You can find it on Amazon.com. You can find it on BarnesandNoble.com. We got it in ebook. We got it in the physical pamphlet form or booklet form. And we also have it in what they call that, the video, where you can, the audio was, it reads the books by itself. Okay, we got it in that format too. But we're learning how to do each thing as we go, because what we want to be able to do in the future is this. We want to be able to incorporate something physical to go along with the podcast. Like when we begin to talk more and more about politics, or we begin to talk more and more about mythology, we want to be able to make a pamphlet or a book, something that's going to be right around 30 to 70 pages, that's going to go hand in hand with the podcast, that if you want to get a more in-depth view on what we're talking about, you could just go and get the pamphlet or the booklet. And we're trying to fix it so where it doesn't cost a lot. Because we ain't trying to get into we ain't interested in nobody paying no $15, $20 for nothing. We trying to keep these ebooks and these booklets and these pamphlets right around $5 to $6 to $7, no more than that, right? Because we're just going to put them again hand in hand with the content, with the podcast, with the episodes, right? Again, the first one that we got out is Operation Black Meat. We're going to see how that goes. And that's the importance of letting these other strikes fall off, because we can put the books on the YouTube channel. But if you have strikes, of course, they're not going to let you do it. And we have to figure out a way that we can do it on Spotify and Apple and iTunes and all the other platforms that we're just trying to figure things out. So all of this, beloved, takes a while. So I just want to hop on today and say we thank you for your patience, right? The power of the black penis in book form is the Operation Black Meat, right? And if you go back and I don't know, we talked about this maybe 2 months ago now, something like that. So I it's in the archive, so I have to go back and take a look myself. But again, all of this takes time, so we appreciate your patience, right? Now, dig this now, because this is something that's really, we're going to talk a little bit about Iran and all of that. But listen, the only way you can get them people off your planet, we're talking about the Adamites, and it is through the power of the black penis. That's it, beloved. That's the only way. Unless you got a better way. In Message to the Black Man, there's a passage, so say Mr. Muhammad, that goes like this. It says that black people have a heart of gold, love and mercy. Such a heart nature did not give the white race. I'm going to say it again. And again, you can find this passage in the Message to the Black Man by Mr. Muhammad himself, peace be upon him. Black people have a heart of gold, love, and mercy. Such a heart nature did not give the white race, beloved. Okay, so what are you saying when you say that, V? As long as you have those people on this planet, you're going to have conflict and you're going to have war. The only way you can remove them through your nature is through the power, beloved, of the black penis. Dr. Chris Wilson, right? The Queen Mother, peace be upon her, she's no longer here. This is why devils call the gun, the bomb, the missile, the machine guns, the etc., the great equalizer. If they have a gun in their hand, we're talking about the devil, we're talking about Europeans, and they're calling this gun the great equalizer, you must ask yourself, the great equalizer to who? Beloved, that gun is the equalizer to you. They can use that to get rid of you, but nature gave you something to get rid of them. And I submit to you, beloved, that is the black penis. Comments are the engine and the fuel to the machine. And we thank you guys for your comments, for your subs, for your shares, right? We could talk about war after war after war because, you know, we go through the IG and it's in the DMs. V, you see what's going on in Iran. V, you see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, we see it, right? Okay. In our estimate, though, beloved, war, it's like, yeah, it's war. Because by definition, okay, war is a contest between nations, peoples, and parties carried on by force of arms. Okay, so yeah, it is a war. We've seen the Ukraine war. Okay, you know, it's an Iran war. It's a war that happened in Venezuela. Word is that it's some conflict that's going on in Cuba that it's not on the mainstream yet, but okay. So to all that, beloved, your brother is just going to say this. Black people have a heart of gold, love, and mercy. Such a heart nature did not give the white race, right? It's just their nature. No matter where you put this man on the planet, it's just his nature. Yeah, it's war, but this is his nature is a nature of war. He's going to be adversarial to all the people on the planet, even his own. You know, the snakes attacking Iran, you know, these are Adamite people. They're both the same. They got the same bloodline. They got the same maker. They're the same. These are 6,000-year-old people going at it with each other. We're not the original man and woman. We're not a 6,000-year-old people. We didn't get to this planet the same as how they got to this planet. That's the importance of making podcasts along with pamphlets or booklets in the future, so we can further articulate whatever you don't catch in the podcast, you'll catch in the booklet, right? If I took the orca and I put it next to the great white shark, what is going to happen? They're going to fight each other. You know why? No, we don't know why. It's just their nature. They're adversarial to each other. Just like if we put the lions and the hyenas in the same territory, same area, adversarial. If we put the mongoose and the cobra in the same territory, in the same area, they're going to be adversarial to each other, right? I don't want to call that war. I don't want to say, look, the lions and the hyenas are at war. The mongoose and the cobra, they're at war. It's just their nature. You see what I'm saying? They just have an adversarial nature against each other. If we go to the insect kingdom, right? You know, like the honeybees, these are queen colonies. The honeybee, they fight the hornets by nature. Hornets will tear down a goddamn, if there's some hornets around, hornets will tear down a beehive. It's just their nature. They're just adversarial with each other. Okay. The hippopotamus and the crocodiles, they both fight for dominance in the water territories. Is that right? We talking nature now. Okay, we go to the North Pole or the South Pole. We're going to see what? The polar bear is adversarial with the walrus, and the walrus is adversarial with the polar. We don't want to call that war. That's nature. The wolf is banging on a coyote. The coyote bangs on the wolf. Why? It's just in their nature to do that. Just like the jaguar and the anaconda. Just like in the insect kingdom, the praying mantis go against the spider. Just like the crows go against the owls. You know what I'm saying? Or owls, as they say, you know, in the Midwest. Just like the elephants go against the rhinos. I'm saying all that to say, we as a people, beloved, can't be so naive that we see different species at no matter what level you're at. The fowl kingdom, the insect kingdom. We see it with the beast of the field. It's someone, it's some animal in their space, in their territory. They're just adversarial with each other. Doesn't matter if it's the water, the land, the fowl, the insect, it doesn't matter. So the point I was making again, we can't be so naive to think it doesn't work, that it works the same way when you talk about the human species. Man is going to have an issue with mankind. It's just what it is. Man and mankind is going to be adversarial to one another. More so mankind against the man. We don't really be on them people like that. We ain't really sending people like that. It's just their nature to be adversarial towards us. Because the heart that we have and the heart that they have is not the same heart. They were made different. Poor part of the planet Earth, they was grafted different. They was grafted to be warlike people. You know, their God is a warrior God. This is just who they are. The being that made them this way. You see what I'm going? How we come about, the original man don't have a birth record. So in mythology, the original man come right from the bloodline of the gods. With of course, as we are all taught, the original man with the woolly and the wavy hair, he's the incarnate version of the God. And then that man created 3 different manifestations of himself, because there, of course, we all taught there are 4 shades of black. And then there's 4 shades of brown. Then there's 4. We all know the story, how the story goes. But again, it's the importance of putting pamphlets and booklets together to go along with the podcast so everybody can read. We all had the same lessons. We know the same mythology. We know the same stories. Yet, I mean, it's like, if it's not going to really jail if you think you an Adamite like them. No, you can't be. Look at him. Look at them. They're blowing up. Don't you see the nature between you and them are different? It's imperative that we, again, and I say this so often on this platform, we don't even have to be smart. And we just listen to the elders in our own village. We ain't chasing foreign guides and foreign ministers, and we ain't running behind this old spooky. We ain't interested in that. If we listen to our own ancestors that are no longer here, but they left the literature, and our elders that are currently living, we'll be good. Because we were already taught black people have a heart of gold, love and mercy. This kind of heart the devil don't got. Nature didn't even give it to him. He don't have it. Now, I'm gonna just say this, and we're gonna close out, right? Because we still got some work to do on this side of the fence. I just want to hop on real quick to say thank you. We appreciate all the support. We got some things coming in the work. We want you to look out for. And then let me say this too. Real Black Consciousness Forum podcast. We produce over 300 something videos. So there's no way that, because we got new people coming on to the village, new people coming on to the community, new people coming on to the platform daily, weekly, monthly. Go back into the archives and check out some earlier work. Comment, drop something on the poll. Check us out. Because we're going to get this thing, we're going to kick this thing back up in like a week or so. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But until then, if the herbs say the same. But until then, 300 something plus videos is in. The work has already been done, right? But look, something very key is going on. Because we got some DMs about Iran. And this is all I can see from what's going on with this conflict. The United States, right? We are watching something very, very key. Something very, very important. And we don't want to miss what we're looking at, right? Beloved, I can submit to you that our salvation is marriage and separating from the devil. And by that, we will automatically walk into business, which is trading at a higher level, right? Now, look at this Adamite. Look at this devil when you're no longer around him. We see the snakes. We see the Israelis. We see Ukraine. We see Russia. We see Iran. And all of these battles amongst them, they're all each other, just battling, fighting, killing. But they're all Adamites. See, they're all Adamites. Their world is coming to an end. You, black man, have to wake up. Your world is not attached to their world. When you see their world coming to an end, that's not your world coming to an end. That's his world coming to an end. To expedite this devil leaving the planet, it's just going to take one thing, beloved. And that's the power of the black penis. That's it. Just that simple now, beloved. Look at them. The Adamites are attacking each other. So now let's just take a look at in nature. You dig? If we see the elephant and the rhinoceros by nature going back and forth with each other, if the rhinoceros just leaves the planet, if we see the wolf and coyote going back and forth, if the coyote just leave the planet, if we see the mongoose and the cobra going back and forth, or the snake or the serpent or whatever, and those serpents just leave the planet, you think the if the lion and the hyena is going back and forth, and the hyenas just leave the planet? Just think about what your life would be like as a original man if the biggest adversary that you and I have on the whole planet is gone. What do you think this planet is going to be like? But just like nature, the mongoose and the cobra, they'll go back and forth. But if the mongoose just remove himself from the equation, the cobras would eventually attack each other. If the lion just remove himself from the hyenas they just get to attacking each other. That's nature. That's how that works. They're predator beings, beloved. They ain't like you. These folks are predator beings. But it is something interesting to see. Because I can't think of no time in history where I've seen it. All of these Adamites are just battling each other. And we have nothing to do with it. We don't want nothing to do with it. We ain't making no comments about it. We just gonna sit back, beloved, and watch the show. Because they are on their way out. And beloved, we are on our way back to the top. And beloved, we'll leave it there. Peace and black power to your family. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Beloved, this is indeed Real Black Content Fun Podcast. Again, I just want to hop on real quick and say thank you. Hey man, this is your brother V, man. Until next time, peace, beloved, and more peace. Hey, we're gonna get it with you guys later. Peace.
You have going down this hierarchy, you have people on the planet, mainly the European, who has lost their soul. Or I should say, more importantly, the Adamites. Yeah, the Adamites, which were created, or shall I say, made at a particular point in time, only 6,000 years ago, and they act and behave in a way that is inhumane. Because when you start to look at a being that uses violence, deals with war, deals with, all kinds of atrocities, you have to think, what's making that person behave and act that way? It's the absence of soul.
Thanks for listening. Remember to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Google, Anchor, Spotify, and Facebook. Also, don't forget to like, share, and comment on the podcast. Your opinion of what you just heard is important to the platform. So yes, beloved, your comments are the engine and fuel to the machine. Stay blessed and have a powerful day.